Hey guys, just want to go over the rules for my mechanical orb strategy. It's pretty simple. First, I'll go over the rules and I'll show you a couple of examples and different situations. First, I don't trade Mondays. I'll show you the backtesting data that shows that Mondays are the weakest for me. Um, the first thing I do is wait for the 15-minute orb to form. Once we have the orb, I'll wait for a 5-minute close outside the range. The trade must align with VWAP. So if we want to take a buy, we need to VWAP needs to be under. If you want to take a sell, VWAP needs to be on top. Once we have a close, if it's far enough outside the range, I always put my limit order 5.5 points outside the range. If I don't get tagged in and the trade doesn't go more than 50 points, I'll put it at the bottom or top of the fair value gap. Yeah, like I said, if price moves over 50 points, I'll just skip the trade. I'll wait for another retest or just skip the trade altogether. I don't trade around red folder news. If I do, it's going to be 10 minutes after, and the setup has to be clean still. If it looks like it's choppy or something, I'll just skip the trade. Or if we're just hanging around VWAP, I'll just skip the trade. For me, the market opens at 8:30, so I don't trade past 11 a.m. So you just have to figure out what time the market opens, and then it's basically like 2.5 hours after. I only do one trade per day. That's what I found that works the best. Doing two trades kind of washed out my win rate. And so for me, I do it based on orb size. So I found that anything over 110 points, I use a bigger stop loss of 50 points. If it's a small range, I'll use a 30-point stop loss. And I'm going for a 1 to 1.08 for the 30-point stop loss. And for the larger one, I'm going for a 1.106. That's just to cover fees and commissions. So I'm doing this on 50K accounts. So I'm risking 300 to make 300. So that means that when I lose, I lose 300 plus the commission. So and when I win the 300 plus the commission taken out. So it breaks out to a 300 win, 300 loss. Okay, so for here, so for this example, we get the break. I put my limit order on the 5.5 level. We get tagged in, and it goes to TP. It's pretty simple. Pretty simple example of how it would work. I'm using my indicator, so it automatically tells me the orb size, and then I have my 5.5 levels ready there. And this is the 50 point level. Okay, so here's an example of the fair value gap. So this is where I would have put in my limit order. On the next candle, we didn't get tagged in. We were very close to it, and we did not go over the 50 points, so the trade is still valid. So I went ahead and put it right underneath. So right in this fair value gap. And then 2 candles later, we get tagged in and we go straight to CP. So that's how the fair value gap setup looks. And not all the trades works. I mean, like I said, I have about a 70% win rate with this strategy. I've actually gotten a little bit higher with some modifications. I'll show you what the 70% win rate looked like with the backtesting stats, and I'll show you the modified one. Okay, so here's like a pretty standard setup. So we get the break. My indicator has markers, so it tells you when the breaks occur. So we get to close here, put the limit order on the 5.5 level. We get tagged in. We go to straight CP. Pretty straightforward. Here's another example. So this one, we get a break, but we weren't aligned with VWAP. This one, we were aligned. So I went ahead and put my order here. We just get tagged in, and we go for a win. This one, same thing. We hit the break, put the limit order, and we go to take profit. But yeah, it's pretty much that simple. What I'm looking for is just a break, put my limit order, and see if we go to take profit, depending on the size of the orb. I'll show you the backtesting data. Okay, so before I made some tweaks, it was sitting around a 69% win rate. I did it over 2024, 2025. It did over 200 and something trades. That was with Mondays. So when I took out the Mondays, it brought it down to 154. And you can see these are the win rates per day. So these were each month. We did have 3 basically break-even months. When I went ahead and made my modified backtest, I just did January to July, and I was actually able to bring this one up. But yeah, these are the months. Some months, yeah, we didn't have very good many setups. That's why I went back to add the fair value gap entry model, because I saw a lot of times that if I wasn't going to get tagged in on the 5.5 level, we would still get tagged in on the fair value gap. Yeah, this one wasn't a great month. This one as well, December. Yeah, June was pretty bad. Okay, now I'll go ahead and show you the. Yeah, I was able to get it to almost an 80% win rate. I took 68 trades with it. This is for 2025. As you see, for 2025, this one was a break-even month. I was actually able to bring it up. So the numbers actually looked a little bit more solid. Doing those changes for the fair value gap for entry. And this is what the months look like. You guys have any questions? I have a free Discord and has all the rules and the trading setups if you want to take a look at it. Yeah, this is how to use it and how some of the setups work. Like I said, if you have any questions, just go to my free Discord and you can ask me any questions or anything. And if there's any modifications you think we can make to it to make it better, I'm all ears for it.